Hey, it's Jennifer from Happiness is Homemade For, and welcome to my channel. Alright y'all, today we are going to do our first fall craft of 2025. I have a really cute idea I cannot wait to share with you. Now it is a Pinterest inspired craft, but we're going to make it our own. Alright, I am going to show you the main thing that we're going to use for today's craft, and it is these adorable little overalls. Y'all, look how tiny these are. These little denim overalls. Y'all, if you've got kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, whatever, anything they've outgrown, you could use. Also, hit your local thrift stores and yard sales. Yard sales are probably gonna be your best bet to find a bunch of kids' little clothes cheap, you know? So, I got this on clearance at Walmart for $5 because it had some kind of stain right here, which I didn't care because I knew I was just gonna craft with it. I threw it in the washer. It still has a little bit of a stain, but that's okay because you won't even notice it by the time we're done. So, all right, I am so excited for this. As always, I'm going to adjust the camera, that way you can see exactly what we're gonna do. So, okay. All right, we got our cute little overalls here. Like right there, like I said, is that stain still, but it's okay. Like I said, you won't even notice that time we're done with it. All right, we're just gonna have fun with this. I've got some plaid ribbon from Dollar Tree. It's now $1.50, but it's still, y'all, it's so pretty. So I'm gonna take some of this right here, and I'm just gonna cut just like a little piece off because I want to use it as like a little patch or something. How cute is that gonna be? So I got this right here. I also have this big thing of burlap and I just set it in water. That's all right. I'm just also gonna take this and I want to cut out a little patch. All right, so I cut a little patch of that burlap. All right, so I'm gonna take these two and I want to do it like right over the knee, you know, like the little kid got like a little hoe in the knee or something. All right, before I start hot gluing anything, I do want to like play around with this. So, I like that right there. I'm gonna kind of sit that there for a second. Also, y'all, I got this bag full of raffia. Now, also, if you don't have raffia, Dollar Tree in the summer section, y'all, if you watch my Dollar Tree hauls, I told you that I grabbed like a few of these little tiki mint garlands because of all of the raffia that's attached to it. So this right here is perfect for fall Halloween crafting. So you could use this. Like I said, I've got a bag full of raffia that I've got like at Walmart or Hobby Lobby over the years. And I also have like a little bit of pip berries left in here from last year. So, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue these on here because I think that's really cute. So, just take my hot glue gun, lift that up. I'm gonna put some hot glue like right here. Lay that down into it. Take my scissors. You could also use some like it's like Eileen's like crafting like fabric glue or something. But I'm just gonna take a little thing of hot glue, just kind of along the back side of this. Put that down. Look how cute that looks right there. Okay, so got that. Now y'all, I'm gonna take a bunch of this raffia. Alright, just grab ya just a bunch of it, like a big old handful. You can always just kind of like gather it all together. Alright, look at that. So, what I'm gonna do is, I think I have, what did I do with it? I got a pipe cleaner. I'm gonna just take this pipe cleaner, I'm just gonna cut it in half. I'm gonna take this pipe cleaner, I'm gonna wrap it around this little bundle right here. I'm gonna put me some good tight twist. That way all of this just kind of like stays together and it doesn't like fall out over time. So, do that right there. I don't need it that long. I'm just gonna cut off those ends to that right there. Okay. Now, this right here, I'm gonna scoot this up, right, one of the little legs. I'm gonna take this little bundle, I'm gonna stick it up in this little pant leg, kind of fluff that out a little bit. All right, so you see that right there? Okay, so now I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna pinch its little pant leg together. I think I'm gonna come up just a little bit higher. I'm gonna take the rest of that pipe cleaner and I'm gonna go around this little ankle right here. I'm gonna twist that tight. Couple little twists right here, really good tight little twist, which is around this little bundle. Okay, now I'm gonna cut off those little stems right there. Pinch that down. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna cut this up a little bit. Okay, that way you can see that better. So, got all that right there. Now y'all, I have this little orange and white little gingham ribbon. This may be from Hobby Lobby, whatever ribbon you want. But I am gonna take this, I'm gonna wrap it around that little pipe cleaner. I just did secure all that. Right, tie that around there really tight. And now I'm just gonna tie a cute little bow right around this little ankle and right on top of that pipe cleaner that I used to secure everything. I'm trying to get my little loops about the same size of each other. Okay, get that nice and tight right there. Oh my goodness. I want to cut that. Don't want to dub the tails. Alright, so now I'm going to cut that right there. Oop. And I'm going to cut this one. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look how adorable that is right there. Ah, I love that. Okay. All right, same thing, I'm just going to get me a bunch of this raffia. All right, I'm going to take another pipe cleaner. I'm going to cut this one also in half. All right, same thing, I'm going to wrap it around my bundle of raffia here. Good tight twist. All right, so I don't need all of those tills. I don't need that so long. I'm going to cut that. Alright, so now I'm going to stick this up in the little Scarecrow's little leg. Alright, same thing. I'm going to pinch the little ankle right here. I'm going to use that pipe cleaner, but I don't want it to, I want to pinch it just right too though. Okay. Good, nice and tight, and some good tight little twist to hold all that raffia up inside there for us. Cut that off. Alright, I'm going to bend and pinch that little tail down. Alright, so I'm going to kind of cut and trim this a little bit. Alright, I'm going to take our same orange and white little gingham ribbon here. And once again, I'm just going to tie another cute little bow right over top of that pipe cleaner, nice and tight. Alright. Alright, so now I'm going to cut my little tail off here. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look how cute. This is adorable, and we are not even finished with this yet. Alright, so here's what we got so far. Now, let's do something up here. I've got a couple ideas for this up here. First thing, I'm going to move this out of the way for a minute. Move that out of the way. Great. I've got this cardboard. Y'all, this came with the calendars, like the 2026 calendars. They always stick this cardboard inside of every calendar that you buy. So that's what this is from. So I'm going to take this. All right, so I'm going to take a ruler and just a pencil. I'm going to mark about 2.5 inches. Y'all, the measurements doesn't really matter for you. It's just what I need for this right here. I just draw like a straight line over dot to dot. It does not have to be perfect because I can't draw straight or cut straight for nothing. Now, I'm just gonna basically draw, not a triangle, but kind of like a softened triangle. Yeah, and believe me, this does not have to be perfect, and it won't be perfect. But now, I've got that drawn on here, and this right here is just to give me an idea. I'm just gonna take some basic black apple barrel paint. Y'all, this is like 60 cents at Walmart. It's my favorite paint to craft with. I'm just gonna put a little black paint on here. Or maybe a lot of black paint. It had a clog. Oh gosh. That's okay because I'm gonna cut this out. But, all right, I just want to paint what I drew. I just want to paint this black. So I'll just go ahead and just kind of trace it out just a little bit. Yeah, that's nice and messy now. And there's got a big lump. I think I need to get some new paint. All right. Once again, thank goodness, this does not have to be perfect because I am going to cut this out. But yeah, I just made a big old mess. Alright, so now I'm going to take my pencil again and I'm going to, y'all, I didn't even tell you what we're making. We are going to make a little crow. That's why I did like this little triangles, this little shape right here. The black is now completely, oh, I hope so. Yeah, the black is pretty much dry now. Yeah, so I'm just going to draw, I don't want to do this. You know what, let's just go and do a little beak first. I'm just going to do like a little triangle upside down. Once again, this is not going to be perfect. I just want like a cute, friendly little crow. And then I'm going to do maybe some like ovals, like downward ovals for his little eyes. That'd be cute. You know what? Let's just try that real quick. It's only paint, you know, we can like fix it. So once again, apple barrel paint. This is just basic white. I just got like this fine little point paintbrush. I'm just gonna dip that in there. I'm gonna trace around what I just drew. Once again, this does not have to be perfect. And with me, it won't be perfect. I'm just gonna trace these out really quick. Alright, so I'm gonna paint both of these little eyes white. Alright, so I got his little eyes on there. Now, for his little beak. The only yellow I have right now is Waverly Chalk Paint in Maize. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. I would like to have something a little more kind of an orangish yellow, but I'm just gonna take this little paintbrush, and my orange paint was completely dried out. I'm not a big painter, so a lot of my paint probably just needs to be thrown away. But I'm just going to paint his little beak really quick. Look how cute that's already looking. Alright, so we got that right there. Alright, now I'm just going to take a black paint marker that I have. You can also use a Sharpie or just paint. I need to add his little pupils. So, oh, whoop. Alright, look at that. Okay, now, really quick, I'm just going to cut this little, cut our little crow out real quick. Look at that. That's adorable. Okay, so we got our little black crow. Alright, let's take our cute little overalls again. Alright, I'm going to take some raffia right here. I think I'm going to shove it in this little pocket over here. Kind of see what that looks like, see if I like that. Maybe do a little raffia. Also, leaves. I've got a couple garlands of leaves from Dollar Tree. These are now $1.50. That or this pack right here of leaves. It says $1.25. It may be $1.50 now. Who knows a Dollar Tree? But y'all, any leaves that you have that you would want to use. So I thought maybe take a few of these out of here. I kind of want like a little mixture of colors, something like that. I also could pop some off of the garland. Once again, I want like a good mixture of colors. Take these right here. I like that yellow better. Take these right here, tuck them into the pocket with our little raffia. Yeah, so you got something like that plus the raffia. That's adorable. Now, once again, I am not hot gluing or attaching anything until I have this exactly how I love it. So, I'm gonna take some more leaves. I'm gonna take these little leaves right here. Do I wanna do the same thing on this side? Let's see, is that too many leaves? Can you have too many leaves? I don't know. I just want it to be very fall. All right, I'm gonna get some more raffia here. All right, once again, I'm gonna take some raffia right here. You know what, I should probably do the pipe cleaner like we did with the other bundles. Just kind of hold everything together for us. That way, I think too, it'd be easier to attach it that way. That way you don't have like raffia just like falling out here and there. Okay, all right, take that. I'm gonna shove that down in that pocket. I love these colored leaves together right here. A little something like that. Right. That may be too much. I don't know. Y'all, I'm just going to play around with this real quick and we're going to see what we like. So, got that. I'm going to shove it down in there because I want some raffia in the front too. Okay, up here, this pocket right here, once again, I'm going to take some raffia. I'm going to shove it into that pocket right there. I'm also going to try our little crow. Put him up here. Something like that. He definitely needs some leaves. So, that right there. Wah, it's still wet. Alright, I'm going to stick some leaves down in here. Leaves, we got raffia. I'm going to take some pip berries. These are from Dollar Tree like last year. I'm sure they'll probably bring them back in again this year. But I'm just going to wrap them around my finger. That way, I'll just slide that off. I can get a curly cue. See? See? Right there, little curly cue. Alright, shove this down into that pocket also. Oh my goodness, that's so cute! Alright, so that... Alright, so I got that little pip berry right there. I want a little bit more. I wish I had more of this. Like I said, everything's still like packed away in my fall totes. This is just stuff that I had kind of just in my craft room. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this once again just around my finger. And then slide my finger out. And then once again, it gives me a cute little spiral. See? So cute. Alright, so now I'm going to tuck that down into there also. Alright, our little crow. Hopefully our crow's not too big. Alright, so I'm going to adjust that. I'm going to put this behind the little crow. Alright, I'm going to take another little bit of pip berries. Twist it around my finger real quick. Alright, I think I'm going to put some in a pocket. Just add a little something else over on this side. Yeah, oh my gosh, that is so cute. I almost think like I need a little like, I don't know, like a little pumpkin or little acorns or something. I do have little corns from Dollar Tree. Oh, these are so cute. Look, I like this one because it's a little more like realistic looking. Yeah, this little corn though is adorable. A bit too much though. That up here, kind of. I don't know, give me some advice. What do you think of the corn? Is that too much? All right, I'm gonna take a little bit more of my raffia. I'm gonna like twist the ends. And I shove a little bit over here on this side, kind of behind our little crow. Yeah, I just want it nice and full looking. Alright, so I am gonna take another little thing of my pip berries, wrap it, twist all the way around my finger. I'm gonna add this somewhere. I'm not really sure where yet. Oops. Right there. I need one like up in here. Okay, so y'all, we're not done with this, but I pretty much have everything where I love it. So what I'm gonna do is really quick. I'm gonna take my hot glue gun and I'm just now going to start attaching everything on here right where it is. So, like my leaves and stuff over here on this side, I got raffia. I'm just gonna take hot glue, put it back here on the leaves, on the raffia and all that. And I'm just going to push those down into place. Same thing, I'm gonna come over here on this side. I'm gonna lift up my leaves and all my little raffia and everything. And I'm just going to put hot glue back here, down inside there. And once again, my leaves, raffia, everything's gonna adhere. Whoosh! That came through. That was hot. It's gonna adhere to all that hot glue right there. Yeah, hot glue is hot. And then up here, y'all, how adorable. So I'm gonna lift up this stuff back here. I'm gonna do some hot glue for my leaves. And I'm going to hot glue my adorable little crow. I got him in there. Glue this over here along with the leaf and everything. Alright, we got this, we got that. Okay, now what we're gonna do is go outside to your yard and get a stick. I grabbed 2 sticks. I wasn't really sure which one because this one's kind of curved. So I just got this one right here. Just believe me, before you bring these into your house, check them the best you can for little bugs because this one had a little red bug on it. So get you a stick. We are going to stick it through our little overalls, the little straps up here. Oh, that's adorable. Alright, so I got my stick. It's going through the little overall straps. Now we need twine. All of my twine is always from Dollar Tree, but you can get twine anywhere. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to tie me a little knot. Let's see, tie that. Whoop. Put a nice little knot on it. Right. You know what? Let me move that real quick. So I tied a knot on this. Now, just for like a little cuteness, I'm going to wrap this a couple times, you know, just kind of give like a little something. Alright, so now I'm going to stick that back in there. I am going to put a little thing of hot glue on the back side of this, that way my twine kind of stays. Just a little thing of hot glue. Put that right there into it. I'm going to hold that, let that dry. Alright, so get an idea like how long you want your little hanger to be. I'll tie some knots over here on this end. Just like that. Tie me a knot. Now once again, just kind of for looks, I'm going to take this twine and I'm just going to wrap it around a few times. Like that. And then I will put some hot glue so that this stays on the back. Oh my gosh, y'all. This turned out So cute. Are you ready to see what this looks like? All right, I'm gonna take this lemon. So right here, this is our utility door. I always keep this clear hook or like a white hook on this door so I can always like hang a wreath or something on it. But look. Oh my gosh, y'all, that is adorable. I love this. This turned out even better than I thought. And I know I say that with every craft, but it's because I always second guess everything that I'm doing. I always think, what else could I do? What's the next thing? What else should I add to it? But y'all, this is adorable. I love it. And for some of you, this may be a little too much, but this is so stinking cute. Look at that. That is adorable. Added the little crow to it, and all that was some cardboard. Cardboard from the Dollar Tree like calendars that they always stick in there. The leaves, Dollar Tree. Raffia, I think my raffia is from Hobby Lobby, but some cute little ribbon, some little ribbon, I made some patches out of it, a stick from my yard, and pip berries that I had from last year. And if you have access to like your fall stuff from last year, or when you do get it out, this is so easy to recreate, and you can make it your own. You know, you can add whatever you want to it, and you can make a couple of these. You can make like a little boy one, a little girl one. Like I said, I got these overalls on clearance at Walmart for $5. But y'all, hit up your yard sales, because at yard sales you could probably get them for like $1 or $2. You know, I would say Goodwill, but they're so overpriced sometimes. But yeah, I am loving this. Okay, I am gonna give you a close-up of everything, but you've got to let me know what you think. And do you plan on like making your own? Y'all, I've got so many fall ideas, and I've got all kinds of like memories from as being a kid of stuff that I would love to do now that I feel like people don't really do anymore. So if you're interested in like more like fall crafting, and we're gonna do Halloween crafting. I know not everyone likes Halloween, but we love it, and I got a lot of crafting ideas for Halloween too, but especially fall. And it's all very budget friendly. Majority of the things that I use is Dollar Tree, so I try to keep everything on a budget when it comes to crafting. But I've got so many ideas for this year. And I'm trying to get like a head start on it. That way you have plenty of time to like find items or just like slowly like start crafting. And two, if you have any like fall crafting or Halloween crafting ideas that you would love to do, just let me know down in the comments. And two, if y'all love crafting videos, make sure that you give me a thumbs up, because one, it really helps our channel, and two, it lets me know what you really want to see. You know, I love Dollar Tree, so I do a lot of like Dollar Tree shopping and hauls and this and that, but because I feel like that's what people watch the most, you know? So, but I also love to craft, you know, and I want to do some decorating and all that kind of stuff. Y'all, this is like cracking me up because it's so cute. Now, I did not attach my overalls. They're not glued on there or anything. So I can easily like take those off if I wanted to. Yeah, they're not permanently attached on there. But just using that stick and some twine, I love that. It gives it such like a rustic kind of look to it, you know? And this too would be adorable. That was loud. Would be adorable, almost like a patriotic version of this. You know? You could do like red, white, blue. A cute little bandana would be cute on here. A little American flag somewhere. I think that would be adorable. Like something we could do like maybe next year kind of idea. But yeah, I love it. And if you got any ideas of something maybe I should add. Should I add another little patch or two? Let me know that. Alright, but that is it, y'all. If you have made it this far with me, I love you. I appreciate you. Leave me like a leaf, like a little leaf emoji. That way I know that you made it this far. Or if you don't have emojis, do like hashtag leaf. That way I know like who is still here with me. But alright, that is it. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. Alright, y'all. So you see the twine hanging our little hanger. The cute little stick. But oh my gosh. This little crow out of cardboard turned out adorable. And I am not a big painter or anything. That I love. Can you tell? Little pip berries there. There's some right there. All of that is hot glued and tucked down into that little pocket. And then down here. I wasn't sure if I was going to do leaves in both pockets, but I love it. Plus I love raffia. So I got that one right there. And then on this side, I did add a couple little pip berries over here. Plus all the raffia. The little patch right there on the knees, I just thought that was too cute. And then y'all, the little ribbon. These little bows, I just think adds such a cute, feminine little touch to it. And then of course you'll have the raffia come down from it. I just think this right here is absolutely adorable.